exciting fights in boxing because, I mean, he's not an exciting fighter. All he do is slap, so.
What happens to him in the fight?
Oh, bro, he does. He does. Just like that, he does.
Is it any extra personal, him talking about your sister, or like your sister watches?
You know, he part of PBC. We already ran it once with PBC. I didn't get my get back. I'm gonna beat Rolly, and we're gonna have that. I just pray to God. Pray to God.
Boxing fans, brace yourselves. The sport's most explosive rivalry is about to ignite. King Ryan Garcia, 24-1 with 20 knockouts, and Rolly Romero, 15-1 with 13 knockouts, are set to collide in May 2025. And this isn't just another fight. The legendary Madison Square Garden in New York City will host the super lightweight showdown, adding another historic chapter to the venue's storied boxing legacy. The fuse was lit at the first press conference, where promotion turned to pure pandemonium. Garcia, with his trademark confidence, sent shockwaves through the boxing world with a statement that set social media ablaze. "I'll make you my BTCH." Asterisk, the moment perfectly captured what this fight represents: a clash of ego, pride, and raw emotion. In one corner stands Garcia, the social media sensation, whose blazing hand speed has earned him a fearsome 83% knockout rate. Across the ring, Romero brings the kind of crushing power that makes highlight reels and ends championship dreams. Their contrasting styles and explosive personalities have turned this from a simple fight into a must-watch event. When these two warriors finally meet at boxing's most hallowed ground, only one question remains: whose trash talk will turn into truth when the first bell rings?
I'm asking you about this, right? We sparred in 2013, March 2013, right?
King Ryan Garcia, 24-1 with 20 knockouts. From Instagram sensation to ring warrior, Ryan Garcia's meteoric rise has been anything but conventional. The California Golden Boy dazzled the boxing world with his lightning-fast hands and picture-perfect left hook, building an army of followers both inside and outside the ring. His defining moment came in January 2021, rising from the canvas to stop Olympic gold medalist Luke Campbell with a devastating body shot, proving his heart matches his hype. But every king faces trials. In April 2024, Garcia's career hit turbulent waters when he tested positive for ostarine, leading to a one-year suspension. Now, with the suspension ending in April 2025, King Ryan is hungry to reclaim his throne in a comeback that could define his legacy. Rolly Romero, 15-1 with 13 knockouts. Boxing's most unapologetic villain, Rolly Romero brings chaos wherever he goes. The Las Vegas native has built his reputation on thunderous power and an unorthodox style that keeps opponents guessing and often sleeping. His journey reached its peak in May 2023, claiming the WBA super lightweight crown in a controversial firefight with Ismael Barroso that had the boxing world buzzing. The crown's weight proved heavy, as Romero lost his title to Isaac Cruz in a brutal war in March 2024. With Cruz choosing a different path, Rolly saw opportunity in Garcia's return, a chance to silence his biggest critic and reclaim championship glory in one explosive night. The tension at Madison Square Garden hit heavyweight levels as Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero came face-to-face at their first press conference. The historic arena's Hulu Theater, packed to the rafters with media and fight fans, crackled with electricity usually reserved for fight night itself. From the moment both fighters stepped onto the stage, you could cut the tension with a left hook. Garcia, draped in designer wear and championship confidence, sat across from Romero, who wore his trademark smirk like a suit of armor. The standard promotional pleasantries lasted about as long as most of Rolly's fights. Then came the moment that broke boxing Twitter. Garcia, leaning into the microphone with the precision of one of his counterpunches, dropped the verbal bomb. "I'll make you my TCH." The room exploded like a Nevada test site. Even hardened boxing journalists who've seen it all reached for their phones. This wasn't just promotion, this was personal. Romero, never one to take a backward step, fired back with the subtlety of his right hand. "You ain't ready for this smoke, pretty boy," he snarled, mocking Garcia's Instagram following and questioning his heart after recent setbacks. The verbal sparring continued until their face-off, where security earned their pay keeping these two powder kegs apart. When the dust settled, one thing was clear: This wasn't your typical boxing promotion. The bad blood was real, the stakes were high. And come fight night, someone's words would have to be eaten along with leather.
4 months. At the time, he's 4 years older than me, right? So that means he's 21, I was 17, right? He going hard on me, right? Also, after I stopped his little brother, right?
After a year on the sidelines, Ryan Garcia's comeback strategy runs deeper than his Instagram feed. Training out of Joe Gooson's 10 Goose boxing gym, King Ree has been grinding in silence, a stark contrast to his usual social media presence. His legendary hand speed remains his nuclear weapon, but sources inside the camp whisper about a renewed focus on defensive footwork and counterpunching. Garcia knows this isn't just another fight. It's his redemption story in 12 rounds or less. Rolly Romero's approach: pure calculated chaos. Training in the Las Vegas heat under Bullet Gordon, Romero's been honing his unpredictable style. The same style that gives boxing purists nightmares, but keeps knockout highlight reels running. He's betting big that Garcia's layoff will leave him vulnerable to the kind of awkward angles and explosive power shots that have become Rolly's trademark. The mental chess match here is fascinating. Garcia needs to prove he's more than just fast hands and social media clout, carrying the weight of redemption on his shoulders. Romero, playing the perfect villain, sees Garcia's comeback as his own golden ticket to superstardom. He's hunting for the kind of highlight reel knockout that could turn him from champion to superstar. This isn't just a fight. It's a collision of styles, mindsets, and destinies. And in boxing, that's when the magic happens. The boxing community hasn't seen this kind of buzz since Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. The Garcia-Romero press conference set social media ablaze, with fight fans choosing sides faster than a Garcia left hook. Twitter's boxing community exploded, with legends like Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley Jr. weighing in on the heated exchange. Even Jake Paul, never one to miss spotlight, jumped into the fray, offering a $1 million side bet on Garcia. The mainstream media grabbed this story like Romero grabs headlines, with both hands. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith called it the most electrifying press conference since Mayweather-McGregor, while Boxing Scene and Ring magazine ran deep analyses of the bad blood brewing between these super lightweights. But it's not just hype merchants selling wolf tickets. Respected boxing journalists like Dan Rafael have called this matchup a potential fight of the year candidate. The experts are split like a judge's decision. Hall of Fame trainer Teddy Atlas sees Garcia's speed as the key, predicting a masterclass in timing over power. Meanwhile, former champion Paulie Malignaggi warns not to underestimate Rolly's awkward style, noting how it could make Garcia's pretty technique look ugly real quick. Sports books have Garcia as a slight -150 favorite, but the smart money knows styles make fights. From Twitter to TalkSport, from YouTube to your local boxing gym, one thing's clear: May 2025 can't come fast enough. When these two finally meet at the Garden, the only guarantee is that someone's prediction is going to age like milk in the desert. Fight fans, the fuse is burning toward what promises to be an explosion at the Garden. Between now and May, the boxing world will be treated to a promotional tour that could be as entertaining as the fight itself. The schedule kicks off with Face-to-Face with Max Kellerman on ESPN, where these two powder kegs will sit across from each other for 30 unfiltered minutes. Garcia's camp has already announced plans to host training sessions live on Instagram, giving his 10 million followers front row seats to witness the revenge recipe being cooked up at 10 Goose Boxing. Meanwhile, Rolly's keeping it old school, limited access, closed doors, but enough leaked sparring footage to keep the boxing blogs buzzing. Word from Vegas is he's bringing in speedsters to mimic Garcia's flash. The official fight week lineup reads like a boxing fan's Christmas list. Tuesday's grand arrivals at MSG, Wednesday's open workouts at the UFC gym in Manhattan, Thursday's final press conference, and Friday's weigh-in spectacle. Showtime's All Access crews are already embedded in both camps, promising 3 episodes of behind-the-scenes drama. But in this social media era, expect the unexpected. These two have a history of taking their beef to Twitter Spaces and Instagram Live, turning random weekday nights into must-watch events. One thing's certain: by the time these warriors touch gloves, the boxing world won't just want this fight, they'll need it. Garcia versus Romero, speed versus power, Flash versus Fury, redemption versus glory. The mecca of boxing awaits a showdown that promises more fireworks than the 4th of July. Will Garcia's lightning strike twice? Or will Rolly's power punch his ticket to superstardom? Drop your fight predictions below. We're featuring the best takes in our Fight Week coverage. And don't miss a single moment of this epic build-up. Hit that subscribe